devoid of meaning. Particulars only my head. This rectangular black hole, a headstone to crack this egg on. Whites of neglect, centers of phone charger heat, pretending to cook, pretending to eat. What would you do if you too believed in 24 hours? It just goes away, devoid of. I've benefited from the tragedies of my mom's generation. Erasure nation as compensation lends itself to me, lends itself to commentary, lends itself to me, makes me want to laugh at me, makes me want to look at me, makes me want to touch me and touch me and touch me and touch me and touch me. I wonder when you're coming home. God, is there any time left in this sorry day?
I would like to welcome Sarah Morrison and her band into the V89 studio. And Sarah, if you would, give us a little background about yourself and the members of the band.
Sure thing. Hi, Tom. I went to FSU. I've been playing music for a very long time. I used to be a DJ here, which really helped me become a more active musician. Just the community here was always really supportive, and this is my second time playing in the studio. I actually recorded a lot of my music in this room, so that's very nice to be back. I've got some great musicians with me here. I've got Zach Milster on bass, who lives in Athens, Georgia, and plays in some of my favorite bands. Behind me on drums, I have Mr. Jacob Mobley, who is a junior in the jazz program here at FSU. And then I have another jazz school alumni, Ross Brand, playing on guitar. And they're all great. Just happy to be here. Thank you.
Well, I was excited to have you in, just the connection to Legacies. And so if you want, play a couple more songs and then we'll come back with some questions. And I really enjoyed that first one. I've listened to the new album. I think it's really, really good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, cool. Well, the next one is a song called What Does a Taser Do? And I recorded that song in this room, which is really fun to think about.
Great things happen at VA.
Great things happen in this
All right.
room.
Well, we'll get right back into the music with Sarah Morrison live in the studio.
I've been so spoiled. I've been so spoiled. I've been so spoiled. I've been so spoiled. Her dimpled thighs, her daddy's king size, the emblem of the land I love. How dare you hit her? How dare you kiss her? Hey, where's my hug? You buy her love, the emblem of she'll learn to love the land you love. I've been so spoiled. I've been so What does a taser sound like? What does a taser do? What does a taser sound like? What does a taser do? What does a taser sound like? What does a taser do? What does a taser sound like? What does a taser do? What does a taser sound like? What does a taser do? What does a taser sound like? What does a taser do? What does a taser sound like? What does a taser do?
Great. We'll go right into the next one. That one was from an album called Boy Scouts of America, which came out in 2019. And then just last week, we put out an album called Attachment Figure. And this next song is from it. Actually, I'm going to get some water. ASMR. Okay.
live music with Sarah Morrison here in the studios at WVFS Tallahassee, the voice of Florida State. And so could you just give us a refresher on those two songs, what their titles were, Sarah?
Yeah, we played What Does a Taser Do? And this last one was called Knowing Thyself, which is off of the new album Attachment Figure, which came out last Friday off the label Ramp Local. And yeah, that one definitely takes on a more Legacies style type of production. So
yeah, I think all your stuff kind of fits Legacies. I play it probably every show, every other show.
Oh my gosh.
Some good stuff. I really enjoy it. So you had mentioned earlier in your introduction, you have influences from many different artists. So if you would maybe tell us a few of them, and then I'm curious, being a DJ and before when I was just a listener, V89 has really changed and expanded my musical boundaries. I was wondering if that was the same for you.
Definitely, yes. Yeah, before I was a DJ, I was very interested in music, but and was writing music a lot. But I think being just locked in a room for 4 hours with all of the music you could ever want to listen to, it was such a meditation on music that I needed to expand my musical horizons. So yeah, I loved perusing the catalog before and after my shifts, and just sometimes wandering around in here during my friends' shifts. So that was definitely a big part of my musical awareness, sort of growing a lot. And then, yeah, like some inspirations that I draw upon. There's so many. Let's see. The next song, this might be a good segue, is a cover by the band Talk Talk that I was inspired by a lot on the recording of this, throughout the recording of the last album that I just put out. Sort of more of a meditative post-rock type of seriousness that I was really interested in from the band and from the lead singer Mark Hollis. And then songwriting inspiration comes from all over the place. Really just whatever I'm listening to, I think just seeps into the writing process, and I filter whatever I'm listening to in weird ways, so it might not be super obvious what the influences are. I love Kate Bush, like things I would play on Legacies when I DJ'd, like Joni Mitchell. Judy Sill is a huge inspiration to my songwriting, and her kind of spooky wholesomeness that I love. Yeah, so those are the ones that come to mind right now.
I'm looking forward to the cover because we started the show with 5 or 6 cover songs. I just like when people put their own take on it, and a lot of times I like them just as much or even more than the originals. So I'm excited to hear this one. So without further ado, Sarah Morrison in the studio live on WVFS.
Now we'll play another one from Attachment Figure. This is the last song on the album, called Fortune.
This time it really vanished. My navel. It was used to my gazing, like candied nectarine in a bowl. What made me the woman I am today, if not denial? If all sins are attempts to fill voids, I intended to keep mine. What starving brought transmutable states I practiced to exit mine. But now you're in the other room, so I don't think that will do. This time it really vanished. My door flooded with luck. Tattered on the banks, thus rendered premortal, slick, black and green. Good, all the body ever does is compel you. The body compels you, but I still got my billow, my heart oaking bellow, pump beneath the camel hair skirts of the dervishes whirling all around my heart. 5 flaming planets orbit around our maypole. If you're a praying menace, I'm a mayfly after the thunderstorm. No mark where I was born. If all sins are attempts to fill voids, you sinned by snuffing out mine. Your mantis gift ahead to devour, suspended waits to eat mine. To no points, no line. We are dead and alive. We are dead and alive. Dead and alive. Dead and alive. But to know it cost a fortune.
Some beautiful music from Sarah Morrison here on Legacies on WVFS Tallahassee. And it was kind of a three-prong attack here to have Sarah in the studio. First, to play up the great musical scene that we have in Tallahassee. Second, to celebrate her new release. And thirdly, to make some noise about the V89 Birthday Bash, the 36th annual Birthday Bash. And Sarah is a veteran. I think she did maybe the 32nd Birthday Bash back in 2017 when I was a baby DJ. But that will be going down November 5th at the 926 Club, and will feature Sarah, Glazed, and some fellow V89 DJs who are moving on to bigger and better things, Pool Kids. And the doors open at 7 o'clock, and the show starts at 7:30. If you don't have anything to do that night, it would be a great way to spend it with some great music, especially the music associated with your voice, V89. So, Sarah, you got the V89 Birthday Bash coming up. That's a huge deal around here. But where else will you be playing in the near future?
Yeah, next, this upcoming Friday, I guess, the 27th, we are playing in Orlando at Stardust. And then the following weekend, we are playing in Brooklyn at the Broadway on November 3rd. And then we are playing in Brattleboro, Vermont on November 4th. And then, of course, the birthday bash the next day. We're going to try to fly back in time. And then after that, we've got a few shows on November 10th. I should have written this down. November 10th, we're playing in Athens, Georgia. And then 11th, Atlanta. And then we're playing Birmingham and then New Orleans on November 13th. So we've got a lot of shows scattered around in the next few weeks.
A busy schedule. And so everybody out there, if you get the urge, you should go out and support local music. Just some great stuff from Sarah. And support the local scene. When I moved out of Tallahassee to go to grad school, it was a musical wasteland. You don't know until you've left Tallahassee what you're missing. So support the folks that are putting on the shows and the bands that are playing those shows. So, Sarah, what are you going to take us out with?
The song Gray Apples from Attachment Figure. It will be our final song.
All right. And I just wanted to thank you and the band again for coming in. I know it was probably not the easiest thing to get everybody together on wasn't relatively short notice, but it was a fairly quick timeline. But we here at The Voice appreciate it, appreciate your music, and we appreciate your support.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
peeled against the marble, peels, collapses in the ground and peels again. What's there to learn from those who've known the end?
Only on the Voice of Florida State can you hear live music on the radio in Tallahassee. Once again, I'd like to thank Sarah and her band